Yan, so lesson 4 na tayo ng ating Mechanics of Deformable Bodies class. So welcome again to our virtual classroom. Welcome to this class. Welcome to this channel. So again, recap. Lesson 3, Lesson 2, and Lesson 1 natin. Introduce natin yung stresses. And then Lesson 2, I think, normal stress. And then you have shear stress. And then ngayon naman ay bearing stress. So bali itong tatlong stresses na to, normal, shear, and bearing stress are the three stresses classified as the simple stresses. So, ngayon, di-discuss natin yung tungkol sa bearing stress. So, by definition, it's the contact pressure between separate bodies. So, for example, this is a member 1, this is the second member. So, yung pressure na nangyayari, yun yung, actually, yun yung cause ng bearing stress. No? So, yung bearing stress, hindi talaga, depende sa application. May mga times na hindi siya exactly kung saan naka-point yung force mo. Pwedeng yung bearing stress ay yung stress mismo na na-experience ng buong member. So, yung tinatawag natin minsan na bearing capacity. So, hanggang kailan kaya ng member mo due to the action of a compressive force. So, magkaiba siya sa compressive stress, yung nasa normal stress na discuss natin. Actually, somehow related or may similarities silang dalawa kasi yung compressive stress natin is caused by a compressive force. Pero ito naman, itong bearing stress natin, caused siya pa rin ng compressive stress. Pero, yun nga, no? Magka-separate yung dalawang members. Tapos, hindi siya direct result ng compressive force, pero affected siya by a compressive stress. So anyway, discuss tayo ng sample problem para mas maintindihan. So, ito yung symbol ng bearing stress. So, sigma pa rin, pero meron kang subscript na B. Tapos yung force is meron subscript din na B, and yung area ay may subscript din na B. So, force over area pa rin. Ang mahirap lang nito ngayon is to identify kung anong area. No? Dito madalas confusing yung bearing stress sa pag-identify kung saang area ba yung nag-i-experience ng bearing stress. So anyway, para mas maintindihan natin, sample problem tayo. So, sample problem is to determine the average punching shear stress on the circular shaft creates in the metal plate through section AC. So, section AC, and then you have NBD. Okay? So, what is the bearing stress? Also, what is the bearing stress developed on the surface of the plate under the shaft? So kung makikita ninyo dito sa problem, meron tayong shaft that is pressed. So, ito yung plate, circular din to na plate, tapos meron kang shaft na pressing through the plate. So, ang tinatanong ngayon is, ano daw yung shearing stress dito mismo, no? So, sa dito na area. Kasi shearing stress, like our previous example ng shearing stress na punch, yung nagpa-punch yung puncher na, ano. So, medyo kapareho din nung sample problem na yun, yung shearing stress dito, no? So, and then, second is, ano daw yung bearing stress na na-experience ng ating plate, no? Due to the compressive stress again, caused by your 40 kilonewton compressive force. Okay? So, kung i-drawing pa natin yan, bali ito yung shaft natin, tapos ito yung circular din na plate. So, diameter ng shaft natin is 50 mm, and then the diameter of the plate is 160 millimeters as given. So, first, sasagutin natin yung shearing stress. So, madali lang, no? Just like the previous example natin, tau equals VA. So, pag i-sum up forces mo dito along the y-axis, vertical, wala na ba ibang forces present? No? So, automatic na yung V, internal force, is equal to 40 kilonewton. So, diretso na natin, wala namang ibang present na vertical force. So, V equals 40 kilonewton or 40,000 newtons. Tapos, ang ating sheared na area is again, yung gilid ng hole, no? Na pwedeng ma-punch. So, that's circumference times your thickness. No? Kaya meron tayong pi d. The pi d here is the circumference, and then you have the thickness ng plate. So, bale, ito yung area na yun, no? So, ito bale, no? Itong area na to ito yung pi d. So, circular perimeter times the thickness. So, area bali siya ng surface na pwedeng mabutas. So, divide lang 40,000 newtons divided by this value, pi 50 times 10. So, 15 na diameter times thickness. So, you will have 25.46 Newton per mm square or megapascals. Okay? So, ngayon, yung bearing capacity naman ng plate natin, as your shaft is, as your shaft pushes the plate habang tinutulak na to, hindi ito actually yung nag-i-experience ng bearing stress, but the area surrounding this one. No? Kasi, ito na yung medyo ang bearing stress, parang, parang dinidescribe niya yung kaya ba ng plate mo, yung punching or yung compressive force. So, kasi actually tatlong stresses yung present dito. Meron kang normal stress, kung ito yung i-consider mo kasi yung area nito perpendicular sa force. No? So, meron kang normal stress. Dito naman sa banda dito, meron kang shearing stress. Ang bearing stress naman is kung kakayanin ng plate mo yung punching force or yung compressive force na acted by the 40 kN force. So, mayayari, pwedeng mag-experience ng failure yung plate mo dito. No? Pwede siyang mabiyak. Diba? Kasi nga, diba, pag pinush, so pwedeng mag-fail yung dito na sides. So, ibig sabihin, yung bearing stress natin is nandito sa area na ito. No? Kasi yung dito, yun, shearing stress yun. No? So, yan. So, bearing stress can be computed using the equation PB over AB. And then, yung PB natin is wala namang ibang force din na present. So, automatic na yung PB natin equals 40 kN again. So, yun. Bali, separate naman yung paggawa ng internal force na PB tsaka V. Kaya lang, pareho lang yung makukuha mo na 40 kN din kasi wala namang ibang vertical forces na present. So, bali ito ay dapat Newton. No? So, hindi ito kilonewton, but this is 40,000 newtons. And then, yung area natin is yung nasa paligid, which is pi d outer minus d inner. So, bali, yun. Ito yung area na yun. Binabawasan natin ng area na nasa gitna. So, that's d outer minus d inner times the pi over 4. So, area ito na nasa labas. So, just evaluating these figures, magiging 4.72 megapascal. So, kung ikukumpara mo yung dalawang values na to, medyo critical pa rin yung shearing stress kasi mas malaki yung stress na made-develop compared sa bearing stress. So, ibig sabihin, kasi same plate lang naman yung pinag-uusapan natin, mas mauuna siyang mabutas kaysa mag-fail na ganito. Okay? Sa same force na na-apply natin, mas mauunang mag-fail due to shearing stress kaysa bearing stress. Kasi mas malaki yung nagagawang shearing stress ng 40 kN kaysa bearing stress. So, yun lang yung significance bali ng values natin. So, again, yun yung difference ng bearing stress compared to shearing stress and normal stress, especially compressive stress. No? Kasi pag iisipin mo kasi, minsan may iisip natin na yung bearing stress is actually nandito sa loob, no? Kasi ito yung napipress. Pero habang napipress mo kasi ito, pwedeng mag-fail yung nandito sa tabi-tabi, no? So, yun yung naka-experience mostly ng bearing stress or yung bearing capacity niyo yung na-test. So, yan yung bearing stress. So, magbibigay pa tayo ng isa pang sample problem para mas maintindihan pa. So, ngayon, para sa video na ito, yan lang muna. So, again, thank you sa pagsama at kung may mga tanong, wag lang mayamang tanong and comment lang or PM. And yun, see you sa next lesson natin, next video. Thank you.